Hello everyone and welcome back to another part of the Incredible Hulk Ultimate Destruction. I was almost about to say which part this was, but but I caught myself at the last minute there. So in this part we're going to be destroying shit, but there's also a surprise later in the video, which we'll get to. Yeah. Anyway, Hulk. It's been a bit since I did voiceover for these, but you won't know that because these will be coming out pretty much daily. So it doesn't really matter. So yeah. So I was toying around, the other day I was going through and I was looking over some Hulk stuff, like Hulk media. Oh geez, I don't know what that was. You probably barely hear it, but there's a weird audio glitch right there. So I was looking through and I was like the stuff that I have, and I realized that it's been so long since we've had a Hulk TV like a cartoon or a TV show, because the last one we had was Agents of Smash, which was part of the Disney XD reboot, timeline, I guess, even though it makes no sense. That whole timeline is just confusing among the Avengers Assemble universe, which I don't want to get into, but they haven't really done anything with the Hulk since then. And I don't think that Universal owns the TV rights for the Hulk. I'm pretty sure. I think it's just the movie stuff, which I'm kind of hoping goes back to Marvel, because then we can actually have a Hulk movie and maybe make it good. I know that's kind of too much to ask, especially of Marvel nowadays, but I would love to see just a really good Hulk movie at some point. I mean, The Incredible Hulk, the Edward Norton movie, I think it's a good movie, but it's got a lot of issues. But I mean, it's been a bit since I've seen it, but it's just, I remember the last time I watched it, which was maybe like a year or two ago, when I was on my MCU Phase 1 rewatch from Iron Man all the way to the first Avengers. Like, I enjoyed it. I still do really like the movie, but I feel like there could have been just a little bit more to it. And it seemed like there was more to it, but it ended up on the cutting room floor, and that's why we have Mark Ruffalo. But you know this already. Anyway, back to TV shows. Not only have we barely had any Hulk media on his own for the last little bit, but also they have done a very terrible job at releasing Hulk media in general. Like, there's the 70s show, which you can buy a box set for, which is great and all. I don't own it, but it's something that I want to own at some point or another. But the 80s cartoon, there's no release, no physical release, I should say. You can find this stuff on Disney Plus, but I'm more of a physical media type guy. But as far as physical media goes, there's the 80s show, the 80s cartoon doesn't have anything in North America anyway. The 90s cartoon has only one DVD attached to it, which is a very rare DVD to find. I don't think it's as rare as there's an X-Men and the animated series DVD with Wolverine on the cover, which is a lot more rare. Every time I see a price for it online, it's like in the hundreds, and it's crazy to me. And it's so weird too, because you can buy the X-Men animated series, the whole set, for under $100 or so, maybe a little over, but plus it's also on Disney Plus, so whatever. Anyway, so there's that, and then as far like the Agents of Smash show, there's no DVD at all. Blu-ray, nothing. I think it's on Disney Plus too, but yeah, it's there's no release whatsoever for that, and then yeah. I feel like if I were gonna make a Hulk story, it would be something in the vein of this. At least just the setup where it's just classic Hulk versus military, which is what I would want to start it with. And I feel like that's where the Hulk is at its best, when it's just like, it's just Hulk in the desert fighting a whole bunch of tanks and helicopters and a whole bunch of other shit. Before I move on here, there's something to note about this building right here. If you smash it, you can find a comic cover inside, and that comic cover unlocks, or gives you a code to unlock the Joe Fixit skin. So, yeah, that's fun. I love it. I love the Hulk. Yeah. Yeah, I already have it, so we'll show it off here in our extras video, which is happening. So, anyway, where was I? It was.
Yes, it can be a blessing if I choose it to be.
So most of the cartoons, there's no release whatsoever. The movies, of course, you know, Universal distributes that and whatever. There's DVDs, Blu-rays for those. One of my favorite things the Hulk has ever done was the Hulk versus movies, which is something I want to cover at some point on the review channel. I think it'd be a lot of fun. But yeah, there's that, and then also Planet Hulk too. Planet Hulk was like severely underrated, I think. Not a lot of people care about Marvel animation in general. I mean, it's not the best lineup, but it did have some banger movies like Doctor Strange, which I did watch, and it is really good. There's Planet Hulk, Hulk versus, and then you got stuff like Ultimate Avengers, which the first one's okay, the second one is fine, I think. It's not horrible. Next Avengers is severely underrated. And then, what else? There's another one that I'm forgetting about. I mean, there's the Iron Man crossover movies with Hulk and Captain America, which those I've never watched, but look like complete garbage. Also, oh yeah, there's the Invincible Iron Man, which is terrible. Yeah. Anyway, I just want more Hulk media. So, anyway, back to the game. So, our friend ended up betraying us, and now we're fighting against General Ross, which is one of my favorite boss fights in the game. All the best bosses happen like near the end of the game, which is great. So before you actually fight this boss, you need to you need to buy a certain upgrade first. There's certain levels, I probably mentioned this already, but there's certain levels where you need to buy, like they require a certain upgrade for you to use. And this one, this boss, there is a upgrade for you to mess around with. It's fun. The first time I got here, like when it was like 20. It was like 2014, 2015 when I had a copy for the Xbox. I beat the game. I got to this point. I really remember disliking this boss a lot. It's mainly just because of the lasers, as you saw right there. They have, like, they give you a ton of damage, and also there's like you get juggled too, so you could potentially lose a shit ton of health just by you know, getting caught in the lasers and stuff. So the only way to really beat this boss is with the tanks here. If you just grab them and throw them at them, they do damage for sure. And the boss is already dead. I wasn't expecting that. I forgot that I just edited this not too long ago. But, so yeah, that's how you beat the boss. Just grab those tanks and hurl them at it.
Samson, it's not working. The creature's not a bloody dog.
General, just keep your men away. I'll handle the Hulk.
I don't think in this universe that Samson is gamma powered. He has the green hair, but I don't think that he actually has any like gamma residue or whatnot. I think my favorite versions of Samson is like this and the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes cartoon.
You had no choice. That's what concerns me, General.
I like that he used the Thunderbolt on him. Yeah, that's going to be the end of the part. So tune in next time when we figure out something. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share all that fun stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you all so much for watching. And of course, don't forget to take care of yourselves. See ya.